watching The 7 from WATE 6 on your side.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now. And topping our list for you tonight, a 2-year-old boy is out of surgery in critical condition after a shooting in Jefferson County. Now, Sheriff Jeff Coffey says their investigation has led them to believe the shooting on English Drive was accidental. He reports the gun went off in the boy's hands when he was playing with the gun this morning. The 2-year-old was shot in the face, we understand. Now, the sheriff says their office received the shooting call shortly after 8:30 this morning. One neighbor says the 2-year-old was shot at the boy's grandparents' home.
Kids has been down here about 2 weeks visiting. I think she lives in North Carolina, and that's her daddy. And
that's what I've heard too.
And that's about all I know. Is they seem like nice people.
Sheriff Coffey is encouraging anyone who owns firearms to keep them secure and out of a child's reach. We also want to bring to your attention, police in Pigeon Forge are asking for your help now finding this missing teen. This is 15-year-old Taylor Lee Ogle. Officers say he did not get off the bus yesterday. Now, he was last seen walking toward the Pigeon Forge Community Center just before 3 yesterday afternoon. Taylor was last seen wearing a black hoodie with blue jeans and gray Converse shoes. He's about 5'6", weighs around 130 pounds. Please call Pigeon Forge Police if you know anything. The number, by the way, is right there at the bottom of your screen. Next on our list, a Maryville man is facing several charges after he was accused of assaulting and kidnapping a woman that was letting him live with her. According to police documents, Kathleen McConnell was transporting Jason Stewart to a residence in Alcoa when he began choking her until she was unconscious. He then stole her phone and her car keys, refusing to let her leave. Stewart took control of the vehicle and drove to UT Medical Center, where McConnell was able to escape. Stewart drove away, leaving McConnell at the hospital with minor injuries. Now, she called police, who tracked Stewart down and arrested him. We're also learning a Jefferson City sex offender was arrested at UT Medical Center's parking garage. Officers say they found Justin Bullock to be unsteady on his feet with slurred speech. They also found a bag with a crystal-like substance on him. Now, Bullock was reportedly detained for violating the sex offender registry. He's facing 2 different drug charges as well as public intoxication. Now to our next Big 7 story for you of the night. President Biden is on his way to Europe for a summit with all 30 NATO leaders with hopes of de-escalating the ongoing war in Ukraine. White House officials say the president in Brussels will reaffirm the ironclad U.S. commitment to the NATO military alliance and work to strengthen the response from the U.S. and allies to Russia's ongoing attacks in Ukraine.
For the past few months, the West has been united. The president is traveling to Europe to ensure we stay united.
Now, the president and world leaders will announce a new package of sanctions on Russia and tighten existing ones. The White House signaling this will be a new effort to crack down on countries helping Russia get around the previously imposed sanctions. Back here at home, a Knoxville man is back from Ukraine after spending the last 2 weeks training troops and civilians how to care for battle wounds. Russ Frazier went to the war-torn nation with the organization Global Surgical Medical Support Group. He says they train close to 500 people in life-saving tactics. Frazier spoke about some of his interactions with the Ukrainian people, one of them standing out above the rest.
An older gentleman seeing the American flag patch on our uniform and coming over and tearfully hugging us and saying, USA, thank you. That was very touching.
Frazier says he will most likely go back to Ukraine to do more training with that group. It's just a matter of when. And we have this story for you online if you take a closer look. It's at WATE.com. We should also note a local business raising money for a family who recently escaped the war in Ukraine. Cinnaholic owner Holly Rowe tells us that she has a friend from Kyiv whose family just managed to make it out of the country. Now, while her friend has lived in the U.S. for 12 years, her family is now starting a brand new life in Lithuania. Now, Cinnaholic is collecting donations to send directly to the family. And if you would like to donate, we're told you don't even have to buy anything. You can just stop by the store and give any amount you want. Well, in our next big story, hearts are heavy at Roane State Community College tonight as the campus learns about the passing of geology professor Dr. Arthur Lee. You know, we told you yesterday Oak Ridge police revealed it was his body they pulled from Melton Hill Lake over the weekend. Lee had been missing since last month. Police say they do not suspect foul play in his death. Now, Lee was a professor at the community college for more than 2 decades, so you can imagine how many people he taught and worked alongside. Students and co-workers we spoke with today obviously are heartbroken, but say they are cherishing all the good memories.
Anytime you were around Arthur, his enthusiasm for what he did was contagious. It literally would rub off on you. It's, you know, not a job for him. It was the passion of the power of education and how to transform lives, and he absolutely lived that every single day.
Dr. Lee is being remembered for his gifts, his intelligence, and the positive impact he had across campus with students. Roane State says counseling services have been made available now for students, faculty, and staff as they grieve the loss. Next here in the Big 7, a new lawsuit filing is attempting to undo last month's decision to throw out cases filed by individual survivors of the 2016 Sevier County wildfires by proving Judge Ronnie Greer's decision was flawed. Now, one of the points of contention here was over the notice to inform the federal government claims were on the way as required by law. But in today's filing, lawyers representing wildfire victims said they have since discovered evidence that notice was given to the federal government ahead of time. Another argument today centers around a form of damage injury or death claim. When the lawsuits were thrown out, Judge Greer said these forms were missing specific pieces of information. Now lawyers representing wildfire victims are claiming the government originally told them these forms were, quote, sufficient the way they were. Of course, we will continue to follow this case closely for you. And next in the Big 7, the Knox County Health Department released its weekly COVID-19 update. They are reporting 28 new deaths from the virus. But we need to point out here that the health department says 23 of these deaths are from earlier in the year. Also, regional hospitalizations continue to fall. Right now, the number is the lowest we've seen since last July. And there is some more good news here. The health department says the county's positivity rate is back down to 5% for the first time since July. And speaking of COVID-19, Moderna says data shows its vaccine works in babies, toddlers, and preschoolers. If regulators agree that small doses are safe and effective enough, it could mean now a chance to start vaccinating kids by summer. Moderna is set to submit the data to U.S. regulators in the coming weeks. While other countries allow Moderna vaccinations for older children, the U.S. currently limits them to adults. Moderna said it also will push to vaccinate teens and school-age children as well. And rounding out the Big 7 for you tonight, Knoxville is ranked as one of the top 50 allergy capitals here in the U.S. I know, no big shock, right, to a lot of us. The Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America ranked Knoxville as number 35 on its top 100 list. This is due to East Tennessee having certain characteristics that can worsen allergy symptoms. Now, we're talking things like pollen often gets trapped because we don't have the winds that kind of come through to clear the air out regularly. Also, there are more species of trees here than pretty much anywhere in the U.S., so it creates a lot of pollen diversity. But there are steps you can take to, well, make your time outdoors a little more bearable.
If it's mild allergy symptoms of itching and sneezing, start with some of the over-the-counter medicines. We have several good over-the-counter antihistamines to try. If it's beyond that, then you want to check in with your doctor.
If you can't make it to the doctor but notice your allergies are a little worse than normal, take a shower, they say, after you've been outside. Wash your face, wash your hair, just get the pollen off your skin.